Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel, and please do remember, if you do not like what I say, how I say it, or why I say it, then please do feel free to click off this video and go about the rest of your day in peace. And so for today's video, the topic is, what is their intent? So this is really going to be, we're just going to be pulling just tarot for this video and getting an idea of what this certain individual that I want you guys to concentrate and think about, before you even pick your pile, call on your angels, your guides, and really think about a certain particular person. This could be a romantic connection, it could be a friend, it could be a family member, coworker, whatever it may be to you. Just think about that person in relation to, this question of what is their intent towards you, what maybe they're feeling, what they're thinking, what actions may they be putting towards you. And so we're going to try to get some clarity on that. Of course, this is still a general reading, and so there's probably going to be multiple messages in each one of these piles, and some of it may resonate, some of it may not. So as always, take what does resonate for your situation, and especially in relation to whoever this person is you're thinking about, and leave what doesn't resonate, because that message wasn't meant for you. And of course, if you're attracted to more than one pile, there may be, additional information in that other pile that you are attracted to. So of course, go ahead and take your time, really, meditate on this particular individual, and then choose from one of the 5 piles that we have here. So for pile 1, we have the Green Witch Tarot with the Moss Agate. For group 2, we have the Mystical Manga deck with the Goldstone. For group 3, we have the Ember and Aura Tarot deck with the Rose Quartz. For group 4, we have the Shadowscapes deck with the Blue Chalcedony. And then for group 5, we have the Arcana Tarot with the Purple Goldstone. And of course, for each one of these piles, I will also pull additional tarot cards from my Pagan Mini Tarot. So go ahead, take as much time as you need and really concentrate on, this individual. And the question is, what is their intent towards you? And then we shall dive in and pull some cards. All right, for those of you who picked pile 1 with the Moss Agate with the Green Witch Tarot, let's go ahead and dive into this question of whoever the person is that you may be thinking about. What is their intent towards you? What do you need to know about their intentions toward you? Alrighty, so let's go ahead and see what the bottom of the deck is. And so we have the 5 of Pentacles. So with that 5 of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck, let's see just what's peek underneath that. We also have the So we have the 7 of Swords also underneath that energy. But particularly with that 5 of Pentacles, I'm getting the overall sense that the feeling that I think this person is, their intention. So this could either represent your energy that you're feeling maybe from this person, or it's how this person is also feeling of something you are projecting towards them, maybe their current emotional state. So the 5 of Pentacles is definitely this sort of, kind of this suffering state. They're feeling very financially unstable, emotionally unstable, just a lot of instability, feeling like, the whole entire world is out to get them, that they're really down on their luck at this point right now. And that's what I'm getting off this card. And so, they have to remember that there's still light at the end of the tunnel. They're not realizing that there's assistance around, whoever this may represent. This is representing you or the person you're thinking about. They don't realize that they have assistance, maybe assistance in you, or that maybe this person you're thinking about wants to assist you because they see you in this state. Maybe your health or their health is not very good right now. And so overall, it's just this kind of this sense of instability, because it's bringing the 5s are always about changes as well as conflicts. So it's, there's some sort of change here on the horizon, and this person might be dealing with that, or you could be. So let's go ahead and see what other cards came out. We also have the Ace of Chalices. We have the Star card. We have the King of Swords. We have the Witch, which I believe is the Magician in this deck. We also have 20, the Harvest, which is Judgment. And then finally, we have the 8 of Swords as well. So definitely what I'm getting on, this person, since we're talking about, what is their intent. So I feel like their intent towards you, I think they see you as somebody who could maybe, on some level, they realize that you are a person that can really help them. But they're in this state where they're not seeing very clearly. They're kind of lost on their path. They're feeling trapped, and they don't realize that, this situation is all due to their own perception. And so, and a lot of it has to do with sort of a test, I feel like, of coming into this transition. They have to work through this issue either with your help, or they have to come to it themselves and realize, like, I've put myself in this situation, my mindset is what's creating my current situation. And so that could be possibly affecting you, because they could be, affecting your own energy. And so, we also have the Ace of Chalices. So this might be, if you're a group who thought about this person as possibly a romantic situation, or it is a romantic situation, it's going to improve with that Ace of Chalices, because, of course, it's like an offer of, can be seen as an offer of love, of new possibilities. It is a new beginning in some way. We also have it next to the Star. So I feel like you two, whoever this energy is representing, if, this 8 of Swords is you, this 5 of Pentacles is you, the intention of the other person could be to help bring you out of the situation by, presenting you this offer, this opportunity. Or again, it could go vice versa. And so, this overflowing cup, you have to be able to see it, or the other person has to be able to see it. And it has a lot to do with the Star energy here. This is renewing of hope, getting out of this sort of pessimistic, negative mindset, and realizing, like, hey, maybe I have to go through this, but there's the reason I'm at such a low at this moment is because there's something so good about to come in. And so, and I have to remember that I'm the one who can manifest that. So with that Witch, that Magician energy of using all the elements to your advantage and really taking action to making things happen, not just thinking about it, but actually putting action towards it, and really coming to this point where, coming out of your comfort zone. This feels like you've been stuck, or they've been stuck in sort of a comfort zone, in a stagnation for way too long. And so something here is going to happen that's going to sort of kick them out. It could be this sort of King of Swords element, where it's this individual who has a lot of wisdom, has a very sharp mind, a very, swift kind of action about him. He's very much in control and not overly emotional. They're a facts person. They're not an overly emotional person. So again, I feel like there's somebody, whether it's you or maybe the person you're thinking about, one of you can be more on the emotional side of things. And so you need somebody who is going to be more on this intellect, kind of facts, logical aspect, to help kind of balance this situation out. And again, with the Judgment card, this is finally coming to a point where you can, you guys can finally reap a good harvest, efforts rewarded, accountability, renewal, potentially fulfilled, revitalization. There's a lot of that revitalization coming, because we have the Star card, which I always take as sort of, a lot of deep healing has happened, a renewal of your hopes and your dreams. Your dreams are achievable. Things are happening. You're going to get messages from spirit, from your angels. It's all coming together. There's going to be a lot of synchronicities that could be happening. And so, think about rebirth with this card. This is another Scorpio energy within the deck, because I believe that Judgment is related to Pluto, which of course is the planet that rules Scorpio. And so, rebirth, reevaluation, making a major decision, need for discretion. A conflict concludes favorably, a new awakening, judgment, atonement, making changes for the better. So yeah, rewards and renewal is really the element here with this Harvest/Judgment card. So I feel like, this situation, let's go ahead and pull some additional cards just to clarify where I think this is going, where I'm getting the message here. Okay, so we have the Emperor, we have Temperance, yeah, and we have the Initiate of Chalices, which is like the Queen of Cups. So yeah, that's definitely what I was thinking. I feel like in this situation, one of you could be a water sign of some sort, so a Pisces, a Cancer, or Scorpio, and the other might be an air sign, so like an Aquarius, a Gemini, or a Libra. Not necessarily, but that could be the case, or maybe a Sagittarius or an Aries, possibly. So we also, the bottom of the deck of this one is also the Magician. So we have that energy coming up twice here. So again, I feel like for both of you, it could be the case of, somebody in this situation, when it comes to this intention, needs to realize that, the power is always in your court. It really depends on how you view the situation and how you're thinking, because that's just step one of manifesting. And so if your thoughts are in this sort of, again, this sense of lack, of suffering, of being trapped, that's how it's going to reflect in this relationship, whatever it may be. So I feel like for both of you, it needs to come to this point where, there needs to be a harmony again, a revitalization, and people understanding their own power in the situation. I feel like maybe, it could be the case for some of you in this relationship where one side of the party, it could be this person, if their intention, they could feel very dependent maybe on you. And so, it's time for them to realize like they have to hold their own power. And, you're each individuals, and that you guys have different strengths, you have different weaknesses, and that together, that you can work together to resolve this issue, find harmony. I feel like, they could be somebody who is quite psychic, or an empath. They could definitely be an empath, and so the emotions of other people might be affecting them. And so that's kind of reflecting in how they're interacting with the rest of the world, how they interact with you, possibly. Yeah, I feel like, though, this relationship, whatever it may be, again, if it's a friend, a colleague, a, romantic person, communication is kind of key here. And realizing that you, on your end of things, like you can't, fix all of their problems for them, because really their problem is within their own mind and in their own situation. What is happening in their mind is affecting their physical world, because they have a very strong magician sense about them. Their thoughts create their reality. And so really what it comes down to is that you, maybe in this situation, you have to remind them of that fact, that they're the ones that, they can reignite their own hope. Maybe you present this opportunity to them like, hey, I will be there to help you emotionally or however you need, but, at the end of the day, you hold your own power, and you can't give it away to somebody else, because you have to find your harmony. And once that happens, I feel like you both will be able to work towards something together, because again, we have that Judgment card. So I feel like, you both could reach for this sort of harvest together. But again, it comes to the situation where, I feel like this other person may be going through an issue right now within their own mind, and it's reflecting in their material world and in their health, but it will turn for the better once they realize the situation. The opportunity will present itself, and it will come to fruition. Whatever their deepest dream, their deepest hope is, it will come together. And I feel like, again, if it's on the flip side, however this may resonate for you guys, if you feel like this resonates more as you, some of these cards, and maybe some of them resonate more as the other person, this is a very, you guys definitely need to, think about how and piece this together, how it applies to you in your own situation. Again, what I'm throwing out here is just what I'm getting off it, but you may get something completely different off these cards. But again, I feel like somebody in this relationship is going to help the other person to realize like, hey, you have your own power and your dreams are achievable. This is just like a bad situation right now, and it could be caused by some other third party, or maybe one of you two in this situation was being maybe too sneaky or wasn't revealing something. And so, you know, again, I feel like there's this issue of needing clear communication between you both. You know, what is the intention? What is this goal that you are both thinking about? What are your goals? What are your ambitions? And how is things, you know, conflicting with each other? Again, I feel like it's definitely has to do with somebody in the situation's mindset, because we have a lot of potential here of really creating something fantastic. But again, it all starts with maybe both of you or one individual changing their mindset about the situation. So that's what I'm getting off this group for pile 1. Again, if this resonated, please do leave a like on this video, comment letting me know what you thought about it. I know this is just a very intuitive kind of just like, let's see what happens, let's throw out the cards and see how this goes about kind of reading. Again, this is a big message for a lot of different people who are watching this. So again, not everything may resonate. Take it how you will and apply it to however your situation may be. It could be, again, some of you, it might be romantic, but I'm getting the sense maybe more of a friendship or maybe a partnership of some sort with these cards. And again, things are not going to improve unless somebody in this party can kind of improve their mindset. And again, I think you both can work together on that, but as individuals. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. For those of you who picked group 2 with the Goldstone and the Mystical Manga Tarot deck, let's go ahead and see, you know, for the person that you're thinking about, what is their intention towards you? Maybe what is the energy happening between the two of you? As I said, go ahead and we'll take that card. You know, as I said with the other group, you know, take it, you know, what I say, if something that I say doesn't resonate, you know, and you're getting something else off the cards, then totally go with that and read the energies how you're seeing it to your specific situation. And again, some of the energies that come up in these cards might apply more to you than necessarily the other person. It just depends on how these things fall out. So let's go ahead and see what else there is. For my group 2s, what is their intention? All right, so let's talk about, So let's talk about the bottom of the deck before we talk about these other cards that we got here. So the bottom of the deck for you guys is the 5 of Swords, and right directly underneath that we have the Page of Cups. So I definitely feel like with that 5 of Swords, this individual, they're definitely very hot-headed. Okay, so they're aggressive. There's some sort of conflict that's been happening between you and this other person, fighting, and you know, maybe this other person, they're very proud, and so they don't realize what exactly they're doing. This fight is not going to lead. They're going to think that they're the one right in this situation, that they're going to be the victor, but really both of you are kind of losing in this situation because, you know, you're damaging this emotional situation. So one of you could be, you know, definitely have a deep, you know, sense of emotion and very kind of innocent and youthful about it. Maybe even a little bit naive, very kind of hopeful about it. But, you know, this situation is just kind of, the communication is very muddled and not clear. And so we also had the 7 of Swords come up here as well. So this tells me that this individual, they're very air energy here. So, you know, they could be an Aquarius, they could be a Libra, they could be a Gemini, and they're very sneaky. You know, they're very, they try to get away with certain things. I feel like they're kind of a manipulative person. And so let's see what else. So it's really funny because I had a feeling this card was going to come out, and it did. And so we have the Devil card as well. So again, going right into that manipulation. Let's see what else. Oh boy, we got the Eight of Swords as well. A lot of sword energy. We also have the Ace of Cups. Look at that. That really wanted to come out in this group because I kind of saw it earlier. Oh, and we have the Star card. Will you look at that? And we have the King of Wands. You know, this is really interesting because the last group also got the Eight of Swords and the Ace of Cups and the Star card and the Seven of Swords, actually. So that is pretty interesting. You guys, there's a similar thing going on here. But I feel like in the case of this one, it's a lot clearer what the situation is. And I feel like whoever this person is that you're dealing with, you're thinking about, they are very... Again, they could be very charming. They're very good probably with their words, but it can go into a manipulative kind of place. And so, you know, with that devil energy, it can make you feel like you're kind of trapped with this person. Like you can't let your own voice be heard. You can't move in this relationship, whatever it is. If it's romantic, if it's a work situation, a friendship, even family members, it's like it is stunting, I think, your growth in a sense. Because again, this other person is just they just can't accept, you know, I think a different perspective, a different opinion. And, you know, they feel like they're right. They're always right. Their opinion is the best. And so, you know, they are very, so as I was saying, I feel like they, you know, they seem like they're very dominant in nature and that they need to be the one in control, even if, you know, in all the situations. So I feel like, you know, again, it goes back to that kind of feeling of you maybe feeling trapped by the situation, or in a way, it's like they're kind of blind and they can't see what they're actually doing, because that's part of why they need to feel like in control, because, you know, in reality, like deep down inside, they're kind of trapped themselves. They've trapped themselves in their own sort of devil chains. You know, maybe it's a reflection of karma coming back to bite them because of this sort of sneakiness, this kind of conflict, pushing people away, causing arguments when there really shouldn't have been one. There needs to be a stronger sense of diplomacy here, of really, you know, sitting down and communicating and letting each party speak their own voice. And so as I was saying, like feeling like, you know, this person might be stifling you, because we have the Ace of Cups, we have the Star, and then we have the King of Wands. You know, that King of Wands energy, it could represent them. You know, also I said, you know, this person could be an air sign possibly, or they could be a Capricorn. You know, take that however you will. And so, you know, with that King of Wands, you know, that is somebody who is very charismatic, who is very, you know, fiery and passionate, and they really like the challenge of things. They're not afraid of a challenge. So I feel like, you know, that energy could be representing of you, or it could be a portion of them, maybe more on their positive side than their negative side, and that's maybe why you've, you know, was at first attracted to this person. But again, I'm feeling like especially these cards are more representative of you, and these are more of their energy and their intentions towards you. I feel like maybe they're trying to get something out of you, and maybe you're resisting it because, again, it's not lining up with what you're currently dreaming of where you're headed. I feel like you're kind of there's some sort of idea, some concept here that you're really passionate and excited about. And so it's aligning with your dreams, with your hopes, and you really want to go after that. Again, going after your truest North Star. And it's it means a new emotional beginning for you. And that could be something like they don't particularly like, because maybe for a while there you were in line with them and what they wanted to do, and now you're kind of stepping up and taking your own seat of power, becoming your own sort of king, whether you're male or female, doesn't matter. It just means that, you know, you're stepping into your own power and it's aligning to achieve your goal. Maybe there's, you know, if this is a romantic situation, maybe there's a new offer of romance coming through and maybe they don't like that. Maybe because they want, you know, again, that manipulative sort of energy going on here. So let's see what else is coming up in the cards for you guys, my group 2. Whoop. Again, you know, take this, read it how you will. I'm just telling you what I'm intuitively getting off the cards. Again, I feel like you guys are really, you're feeling, I think, if you get out of this situation, maybe in this involvement, if it doesn't change, you might need to distance yourself from this person. And through that, you'll be able to feel more rejuvenated. Because this person could also be kind of like a psychic vampire. They might be draining to be around. And that's kind of taking away from some of your creative passions. Okay, so let's go ahead and... All right. See what we got here. We also have, we have the Five of Pentacles, very similar to the last group. Even more so, we got the Magician appearing again, and we have the Seven of Wands. In the bottom of the deck here, we have the Initiate of Pentacles, which means the Queen of Pentacles. So, once again, we have another 7 appearing here. And so, especially with this 7, with the Seven of Wands, this is talking about needing to defend yourself from hidden attacks. It could be competition. It could be, somebody trying to throw shade at you. And so you just need to be ready and be prepared for whatever may come your way. And so I feel like, again, this is kind of a need when it comes to this situation with this person, needing to kind of make clearer boundaries with this person, because again, I feel like they're trying to maybe take too much than you're willing to give at this point, because it's making you feel, again, that sense of emotionally drained, physically drained, your energy around this person. And really, it's like you're meant to shine. You are like a star. You have this energy about you that is really attracting this person. And again, it's really draining you. Because again, we also have that, they could also be financially draining, whatever the situation may be. I'm just telling you what I see. We also have the Magician. So it's like, the power is in your court. Don't believe that this person has power over you, because they don't. That is sort of the guise that they might use. They might kind of be doing like gaslighting techniques of trying to be like, hey, you're nothing without me, or like, if you leave me, I'm going to, do this and that. And really, it's like they're going to use whatever tactics they need in order to keep you around, because they feed off your energy. That's just what I'm getting off these cards. Because again, we have that Magician energy. You have this strong manifesting ability. You can really achieve what you want. And maybe this other person feels kind of jealous about that, kind of petty about that. They want what you have. Because we also have, oh, look at that. We got the Initiate of Pentacles underneath the deck for you guys. And so it's like, that's basically the Queen of Pentacles. She has it. She does kind of have it all. She has control over, her home life, her career. She knows how to balance it all. She's very nurturing. She's very welcoming to people. And then she's very financially abundant. She's independent. And right underneath this, we have the Elemental of Swords. So it's that pure communication, that pure intellect. You could be a very smart individual. And we also have, the Star, which is Aquarius, is the Aquarius card. The Ace of Cups could be any water sign. So Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. King of Wands, any fire sign. So Sagittarius, Aries, Leo, maybe one or some of those signs are significant to you or this other person's natal chart. And so again, I feel like their intention towards you is not the greatest. That's not to say that maybe they can't change, that they don't have any positive aspects, but I feel like at this point in time in this situation, it's like you need to set healthier boundaries between you and this person, because again, it could be they're kind of dimming your light, or maybe you're dimming your light in order to, make them feel better about themselves. And, they're very conflict heavy. They're going through something, because again, the 5 could represent a change. And so, for you, it might be a situation where you have to walk away from this person, because this is a losing battle to fight. It's not going to end well if, again, there can't be positive, healthy boundaries set, and this person understands, how much to take from you. Because again, I feel like, for you, there's a sense of new emotional beginning here. It could be the case of like, once you take a break from this relationship, whatever it may represent for you, like you can finally like get back on your path and go after your own achievements. Because again, I got the sense that maybe this person is trying to sort of hold you back. And really, it's like, you need to understand that you can control your own show. You can steer your own ship. Because, you know, maybe on some level, maybe this person thinks that their intentions are not, you know, damaging to you. But again, they're stuck in this mindset of like, again, they're always right. They know the right way to do this. So they can't maybe accept how you view a situation differently and how you have your own way of doing it. They're like, no, that's not right. Let me do it for you. And again, that's kind of, and while on some level you might be like, oh, maybe they're right. Maybe it would be better if I did it this way. But like, no, because that's not your path. You have to do it your own way. You have to manifest whatever it is in your own way, with your own power. So that is definitely what I'm getting off of this group. Definitely, you know, if this reading resonated for you in some way, shape, or form, comment down below letting me know. This is a very interesting reading that I'm doing for this video. Hopefully it makes sense. You know, I'm just using the tarot and reading what I get off of it. It may resonate, it may completely not. Again, take it how you will. So thank you all so much for watching this reading, and I will see you in the next one. For those of you who picked group 3 with the Rose Quartz and the Ember and Aura Tarot deck, let's go ahead and dive into, you know, when it comes to this situation with this person you're thinking about, you know, what is their intention? What is the energy around the situation? Again, as I'm telling every group, you know, the cards that I pull, you know, they could represent your own energy, it could represent their energy, or a combination of the two of you. I'm definitely getting that a lot with most of these groups. And so we'll just see what comes up. Again, if it doesn't resonate, then that's perfectly fine. Ooh. So what does group 3 need to know about their person's intentions? What is going on here? Alrighty, so I'm going to throw this out here as I was shuffling. Compared to maybe the last two groups, I'm definitely getting a stronger positive sense over the whole overall thing here. And so for the bottom of the deck, we have the Daughter of Swords, which I believe is like the Page of Swords. And underneath that, what do we have? We have the Hierophant. So I'm definitely getting the sense off that for the overall energy, you know, of really coming into, especially with this image, you know, really leaping in and really connecting with all aspects of yourself, maybe through this connection, or, you know, this connection might be allowing you to do that. Again, kind of integrating the shadow self and, you know, a lot of truth, a lot of honesty coming through, a lot of messages. So let's see what else we got. We have the Daughter of Cups, so I believe that would be like the Page of Cups. We also have the 8 of Swords. That is making an appearance in everybody's thing here. We also have the 7 of Swords. That one too. These are big cards here. So we got the World. We also have the 3 of Wands. And we have the 7 of Cups. So, you know, again, I feel like whoever this person is that you're thinking about, you know, their intentions, yeah, so I feel like somebody in this situation is kind of stuck. So again, that could represent you, or it could represent this other person. And so they're feeling kind of trapped. They're feeling that there's too many obstacles around. There's no way to go about it. And maybe they're trying to, you know, use methods that are not the greatest to get around. And so they got to, again, remember, go back to this element of, you know, the Page of Swords, of really coming into balance and understanding one's own truth, and, you know, gaining a better maturity over how they communicate, because again, that Page element is very youthful. And so we also have the Daughter of Cups too, so that's like the Page of Cups. So we have a lot of youthful energy here. And with the 7 of Cups, there's a lot of choices. We have 2 7s appearing here, so lots of choices, a lot of options. And it's kind of like, you know, this person, maybe they see that you're going through this, that you are kind of like confused about what your next move is, and maybe their intention is to try to help you. Or they're going through this where it's like, I have all these options, I'm feeling kind of trapped, I don't know how to move forward. And maybe you need to be the one to step in and help them to realize like, hey, connect with your truth, as well as like what is truly in your heart. Which option here, what path truly aligns with what is in your heart, and go out and seek it out. Three of Wands. There could be travel suggested here. Maybe this person needs to go on a travel. Maybe they want to travel with you. And it's all for, I feel like, self-discovery of really learning about themselves more, needing to come into a greater sense of harmony. That's what I was getting off this Daughter of Swords, because I love this image because of like that shadow behind her. I feel like it's that needing to balance and bring both those elements of sort of the sword, because again, the sword is like double-edged, and so the positive and the negative, the shadow and the light, and merging both. You can't sort of separate. So I feel like, again, this person is going through a lot of stuff in their mind, in their emotions. They're kind of confused. And so, they might need to do more soul searching before they can really, especially if this is like you're thinking of a romantic person, like you guys might not be able to come into union until they understand themselves a little bit more. Because I'm not feeling like this person has any negative intentions towards you. Unlike maybe with the last group where it felt like more of a manipulative situation. I feel like, again, like this situation, this other person, their intentions towards you, right now they might not have any intentions towards you because they're so kind of lost in their own mind, in their own situation of trying to overcome these challenges in order to figure out, like, what am I doing next? Like, who am I really? Which one of these cups is going to be fulfilling to me? Maybe you and yourself are kind of one of the cups that they have to question. And I feel like the important thing here is to, be understanding to this person of... And again, this situation might be representing your energy, and so that might be the message from the other person, is that they want to be understanding to what you're going through, and maybe they want to help you, but not kind of be overbearing in the situation, kind of give you your space to do your own thing, or again, you need to give them the space to kind of figure their things out. But I feel like the strongest thing that you might need to help them with is this Eight of Swords energy, because it's like, the Eight of Swords is kind of trapped, mentally caged, pessimism, giving in, negative spirals. So yeah, they might have been going through these struggles of these challenges, and now they're like in this negative spiral, and like you got to step in and be like, hey, no, you have options before you. Like, these things that you're, stressing out about, they don't have to be negative. You just have to, again, change your perception of it and realize, like, hey, the whole entire world is before me. Like, I can wait for the ships to come in, or I can, as I wait, still explore other options, see what the world has to offer. Because we literally have the World's card here. So I feel like, this person, however this lines up, if this lines up more for your own energy or the other person that you're thinking about, there will be a point where they can get into harmony again. There will be a completion of this cycle of renewal, of finally finding peace, being able to celebrate, and again, begin their journey anew. And when that happens, they might be able to better, engage with you in the way that you're hoping this relationship will go. Again, it doesn't have to be romantic. It could be a friendship. It could be family. Take it how you will, whatever you were thinking of. Again, I feel like there's a sense that whoever this person is, they have some stuff they have to work through, and you could be there to help them, but you have to give them the room to breathe and kind of figure that out. If they want your help, you need to let them know that it's there for them, but don't push it if they don't immediately accept it, because maybe it's something they have to figure out on their own. Maybe you see the option before what option is correct for them, and maybe it's important not to kind of overstep and say, like, oh, that's the right option, you should go for that thing. It's like, no, you can say, like, that option isn't so bad, it has these pros and cons, but also look at these other options and really allow them to sort of make the right choice for themselves, because I feel like that's what this kind of is about. Let's go ahead and pull some additional cards to see what is going on. What's going on with this person? What is their attention? Oh, the card is just coming out so much today. Oh my God. Yeah. We got a couple cards. You guys got a couple extra ones. So Let's first talk about the bottom of the deck. Let's see what it is. Oh, look at that. We have the Three of Swords, and underneath that, we have the Ace of Swords. So again, you know, this person, yeah, they could have gone through some heartbreak, or maybe you went through some heartbreak. Like, again, apply it how you will, but I'll just say, like, this other person who I'm seeing here, whoever this represents, you or that person you're thinking about, you know, they went through some heartbreak. They went through some really tough challenges, and they're not realizing that they still have options before them. Again, a lot of air energy coming through. And so, you know, there's a new beginning hidden here. They just have to realize it, because we also have, you know, the Four of Swords. So again, really being contemplative, being in that mind, and kind of spinning around in that headspace, trying to figure things out, kind of a rest before the battle, or maybe resting after the battle. Again, this sense of still trying to figure things out. And then we also have the Six of Swords. So moving away from a failing battle, like, you know, this house is burning, there's no saving it, so you just need to kind of like pack up your things and move forward. And so we also have the Magician making another appearance, as well as the Novice of Wands, which the Novice of Wands is essentially like the Knight of Wands. So what this is telling me is that, you know, this person, again, they kind of need to go on a journey of self-discovery. Again, it might involve actual physical travel, especially with that Novice of Wands. You know, that's like the Knight of Wands, a foreigner in a foreign place, or a foreigner coming from a foreign place, and just needing to really ignite their own fire again, really being exuberant, exploring what's out there so that they can create exactly what they want, to start that new beginning for themselves. And so, yeah, you might be a part of that, you know, but again, I think it really, you have to let this individual kind of figure it out for themselves. You can be kind of there, like how this card is. Let's see if I can focus on it. You know, this individual you think of, they might be this figure with holding these swords and kind of like looking ahead and contemplating, and you might be that, you know, the person right there behind them, rowing the boat, helping them, but not dictating for them what direction to go in. That's what I'm saying here. That's what I'm feeling. I feel like, you know, this person, they need to figure it out on their own, but you can still be present and you can still be helpful to them without sort of dictating what they should do. So that's what I'm getting off this group. I hope that makes sense in some way. Again, these readings have been pretty interesting. I hope, I'll be very curious to see how you guys respond to this, what you think about it. I just wanted to try this out. I was feeling called to try it. So with that said, please do leave a like and a comment on this video telling me what you thought about it, how it resonated, and I will see you guys in the next one. Alright, for those of you who picked group 4 with the Shadowscapes deck and the blue Chalcedony, let's go ahead and see what is going on, you know, as far as the intentions of your person that you're thinking about. And as I said with the previous groups, you know, I'm reading the energies as I see them. So again, maybe some of the energies and cards apply more to you than necessarily the other person, or vice versa. So again, mattering on the situation and the person you're thinking about, you know, if you're getting a different message than what I'm saying off the cards, definitely go with that. And, you know, if it doesn't resonate, then it doesn't resonate, and that's perfectly fine. So let's go ahead and see what is going on. What do you need to know about your person's intentions for those who picked this group 4? Alright, so let's go ahead and check out the bottom of the deck first and foremost. And look what we got. We got the Death card, and underneath the Death, we have the Five of Pentacles. So, you know, I definitely feel like when it comes to this person, this, you know, this individual you're thinking about, you know, they're going through a big transformation right now. You know, they're moving out of this sort of, you know, this hard period, and they've been going through this because it's all to lead towards this rebirth for themselves, this rejuvenation, you know, shedding off the old and going through this transformation. We also have the Moon card, we have the Ace of Wands, we have the Three of Pentacles, we have the Queen of Swords, we also have the World card, and we have Judgment. Look at that. Wow. A lot of major arcanas going on right here. And so definitely, again, what I'm getting off this person is that, they're going through some major transformations. They're shedding off a lot of old illusions. The truth of their own situation is coming out, and it's going to lead to a lot of rejuvenation. There's somebody with this Queen of Swords element. They've been through a lot of hard things, but instead of letting it wear them down anymore, they're going to rise above. They're going to be that phoenix burning bright, especially with the Ace of Wands here. That's like they're going to have this energy of, I'm just going to go and do it now. Like, I'm ready for this. Again, I feel like when it comes to you guys together, they're going to want to be, I think, their best around you, and they don't want to have any secrets anymore. They don't want to feel bad anymore, and they want to really kind of let their guard down, is what I'm getting here. Answering their own personal call, but they don't want to do it alone. I feel like with the Three of Pentacles here, this is about working together as a team, really achieving something together, working together. And I feel like, especially with this connection of, this other figure holding up the other. So I feel like they want to either support you, or they want your support to help them through this. Because again, they're doing this transformation. They're coming into this Queen of Swords energy where they're going to be way more truthful now. They know their truth. They're answering their call. They're rising up. Again, a lot of that Scorpio energy and Pisces energy coming here. And then, of course, we have the World card. So it's completion of this cycle. It's both the beginning and the completion of the old cycle. So, there's going to be celebration. There's going to be this presented new beginning where they're going to be way more exuberant and passionate about things. Again, that could be attraction. So if this is a romantic thing, I feel like their intentions towards you, once they've worked through this and they've gone through this transformation, I feel like they're going to be way more passionate, and they're going to be, really wanting to work with you and be around you in a very physical sense. Again, if that is the romantic side of it, or even a friendship, like, again, they want companionship, I feel like now, because they understand what they've gone through. They understand more of their weaks and their strengths, and again, they can answer that call within themselves to sort of do more and be better for you, for those around them. Yeah, releasing the old, coming into this fresh new dawn, a new start, making a judgment, though it might be harsh and difficult to face, the necessity of hard choices. Face down these decisions, recognize the need, and forgive, reawakening the mystery of birth and death. The voice of destiny summons you onward, hearing the undeniable call and being drawn to act upon it, knowing what must be done. So yeah, I feel like, this could be a situation. For some of you, it could be that, this individual you're thinking about, you guys have been kind of in separation maybe for a while. Again, whether it's romantic or friendship or however you're applying it here, you guys could have been in separation, and now they're at a point, where they kind of dealt with their own kind of bullshit in a sense. And so now it's like they might want to come back and ignite this connection, because they have better control over themselves. They understand their shadow self, and they don't have to wear that mask around you anymore. Instead, they want to, again, be in greater harmony with you. They want this harmony now. And so let's go ahead and pull some more cards just to clarify the situation even more for you guys. So the bottom of the deck, we have, oh my God. See, I didn't say it, but when I was looking at this underneath the death card, I was like, oh yeah, this is their tower moment here, and they're going to come back out. And literally the bottom of the deck of this one is the Tower card. So yeah, and we have the Seven of Wands underneath that. So I definitely feel like this individual, again, they probably went off and they might have been doing something else, because again, they were kind of feeding into a certain illusion, or they thought they were doing the right thing for themselves, and now they realize, wow, this situation was just so not for me. I no longer resonate with this. I need to tear down this tower and move away from this, sketchy situation that no longer applies to me. And through it, I'm gonna be prepared for whatever may come as a result of it, but I'm stronger and I'm wiser now. And so let's go ahead and see what the other 3 cards were. So yeah, 10 of Wands, 4 of Swords, and the 6 of Chalices. So yeah, with that 4 of Swords, they've been thinking about this a lot. They've been dreaming. They've been, maybe they've been seeing you again in their dreams and something, it's kind of haunting them. They're reminiscing about maybe your connection with each other that you had once upon a time, and they want to go back and reignite that. And they realize, hey, I have a lot of work to do. I've been doing a lot of work. I'm rebuilding my tower here. And I now realize, like, hey, I've taken on way too many responsibilities and I want your help with it. I recognize now that you can help me, achieve what I want, and we can do it together. Again, I feel like they're going to have a greater understanding of mutual exchange. They might present a gift to you as a way of, mending things, of trying to bring about this forgiveness, of atoning for maybe things they've done in the past. And again, I feel like, it was there's some sort of separation that was involved here in some way. Whether if it was a friendship situation and you guys kind of had like this falling out, and I think now you guys can come back and you have that shared reminiscence. Maybe it stems back from childhood, or some sort of familiar link to each other that you guys can kind of rely on, and you can use to kind of reconnect, at least initially. But you got to understand that, you both at this point are different people. You've changed a lot, and you can appreciate those aspects as well. But again, you still have that shared bond, that shared memory to kind of, use as a jumping board for this new start with each other, I feel like. So yes, that's what I'm honestly getting off this group. Again, I feel like there's a lot of transformation involved here, a lot of new beginning, a lot of shedding off of the past, of, again, this tower moment, going through that, have been going through that, and realizing, this person doesn't have to do it all alone anymore. Like, they realize now that they weren't so alone to begin with, because that's what this 5 of Pentacles is, feeling that the whole entire world is against them, that there's nobody there who cares about them, and not seeing the light before them, not seeing, again, this transformation, that this is all happening to aid them in transformation, and that, in a way that you are kind of that butterfly for them. Like, you can be supportive and be there for them. Again, apply that however you will in the context of whatever's going on between you and this person. That's just what I'm getting off. I feel like, again, this person has been going through some rough stuff, and they might have had to distance themselves because they're trying to deal with it. And so they could be coming back in now a wiser and more complete kind of person. And so it depends on how you want to deal with the situation, I feel like. If you want this connection, I definitely said, give it a shot. And if not, then, I don't feel like it needs to be a negative break at all. Because again, I feel like this person's more mature at this point, that it's like, if you still need more time before you can engage with them, I think that they could understand that, and, vice versa. So yes, please do like this video, leave a comment if it resonated for you, or let me know how it resonated, because this was a kind of a different video idea I had. And so I will see you guys in the next one. For my 5th and final group who picked the purple goldstone with the Arcana deck, let's go ahead and find out what is going on with the person that you're thinking about. What is their intention, their energy, maybe even your own energy in this situation. Again, as I was saying with each group, apply it how you will. Some of the cards that I come up, I will read as sort of your own energy possibly, or maybe a combination of the two of you. We're just going with it today. Going with the flow, seeing what comes out. So let's go ahead. What is going on for my group 5s with their person? What is this person's intentions towards those who picked group 5? All right, so let's go ahead and start by looking at the bottom of the deck. And so for the bottom of the deck energy, we have the Queen of Pentacles, and underneath that, we have the Two of Wands. So I definitely feel like when it comes to this, this person could definitely be very nurturing, have a very feminine energy about them, and they have a lot of control over all aspects of the material world. So their career, their home life, like they're very good about managing all those aspects. They're very career powerful kind of mentality people, but they're still nurturing. They can still attach to that, like that strong Mother Earth energy. And with that Two of Wands underneath there, I feel like they might be making some decisions about how they're moving forward in the future here. And so let's go ahead and see what else we have. We have the Seven of Wands. We have the Four of Wands. Wow. We have the Ace of Swords. We have the Eight of Pentacles. Yeah, we have the Star card, and we have the Eight of Cups. So yeah, a lot of wand energy. We've got the Pentacles coming up again. The Star. And so I feel like, this person, they might be going through, wanting to start a new beginning for themselves with that Ace of Swords, really getting truthful with themselves. And so they might have to kind of move away from certain things, making certain decisions, walking away from other things. Even if it doesn't make sense to other people, they kind of have to do it for themselves because they're really working on their craft. Like they want to work on their foundations. Again, very career oriented, I feel like, very serious, very focused. And with that Seven of Wands, they have to be, maybe there's somebody who has kind of their guard up a lot because they have to sort of defend against, maybe jealous kind of people, envious people with that Queen of Pentacles energy. Like they have a really good work ethic, so they can really bring about, whatever it is that they want for themselves, especially with that Star energy. Like they can, really achieve their own dreams. And so other people might have an issue with that. So that might be part of your questions. Like, what is this person's intent? Because maybe they come off as kind of, the word that came up to me was like kind of cold. Because maybe they seem kind of disinterested, but really it's like they have a lot going on inside their mind, probably spiritually as well. Because again, they're working towards something, and I feel like it's something big because we have the Four of Wands. So that's really good. I feel like for this whole entire situation, that Four of Wands is commitment. It is celebration. It could mark a birthday, a wedding, like an actual physical wedding. But yeah, just a lot of celebration, a lot of completion, but a nice pause and a moment of joy to really celebrate one's own achievements before getting back to work. And so, especially on the element of wedding, especially if you were thinking of some sort of romantic connection, especially, if this is a relationship you guys have been in for a while, maybe the reason this person, you might feel like they've been distancing themselves away from you is because, maybe they're dealing with working to get like enough money to buy an engagement ring or something. That's what I was kind of thinking. So I feel like I also was feeling like there could be family issues. Maybe certain family members are not keen on the idea, maybe for some reason, of this marriage happening. If maybe suggesting an engagement. I don't know, but that's something kind of fairly specific. It might not resonate with everybody. Let's go ahead and see what else is going on. Let's get some more clarity on here. Okay, so I had a feeling a lot of cards were going to come out for you guys, for this group in particular, so. So the bottom of the deck, we have the Emperor, and underneath the Emperor, we have the Five of Swords. So yeah, there might be some sort of conflict, and maybe you both have to sort of stand together against it. Again, I'm getting this kind of idea that, maybe you guys want to get married if this is a romantic situation, or if it's like a friendship, apply it how you will. I feel like you guys are just going to be, you guys might have had like a little fight or something, but you're going to get over that pretty well, because I think you're going to realize like what actually was going on there. It wasn't them trying to, like, again, that sense of distancing themselves from you. They're not trying to do that. like, I feel like they don't have anything against you. It's just their own kind of personal situations, like for their own emotional building. Like they have to kind of move away for certain things just so that they can kind of refocus and work on their journey. Because again, I feel like they have a lot of other people around them that are kind of wanting to start something with them. So they have to have their guard up and defend themselves a lot. And so I think for you in that case, you just have to remind them like, hey, you know, I understand I'm going to give you your space if you need your space, but know that I'm here to help you if you want to, because, you know, I care about you truly. So yeah, and, you know, with that Emperor energy, I'm getting a strong masculine figure might be involved in this situation, but let's go ahead and look at these cards. So yeah, we have the Ten of Pentacles. We have the Eight of Pentacles again, and we have the Ace of Swords again. The Elemental of Pentacles, the Nine of Swords, and the Elemental of Wands. So these elementals are essentially like the Page of Wands, Page of Pentacles. And so what's really interesting is you have that twice. You have the element of the Ace of Swords twice and the Eight of Swords. So yeah, this person, they're really, really focused on their work. They're really working hard to achieve something new, this new beginning. And so they're going to have tunnel vision with it because they're workaholic kind of attitude going on here. Could be an earth sign, Capricorn, Taurus, what am I forgetting? Virgo. Very, very detail oriented, very focused, kind of stubborn. And, you know, really what's happening is like when they step away in their own personal place, like they could be very stressed out right now. They're trying to manage all these things and it's kind of overwhelming. They might be having trouble sleeping. So that might be making them a little bit irritable, and they might be kind of snappy and again, wanting to like keep people away because they're trying to deal with all of this. And so it might be important to remind them like, hey, you know, I can be here to help you if you need be. Because again, this person has very strong, it could also be a fire sign. So Sagittarius, Leo, Aries. So they're very, very passionate and they're very earthy at the same time. And so they're really working on those elements of themselves. And again, with this Ten of Pentacles coming out, that is sort of bringing it back around to the idea of family, you know, family inheritance, and getting to a point where you can really build a family maybe with this person, if that applies. Again, if that doesn't resonate, this could just be, again, sort of this person realizing, finding some hidden gems, maybe wanting to share that experience with you. Maybe you're helping them to uncover some parts of their past. Again, it's something tied to family. And so also finally like achieving that material success for themselves. Because I feel like after they've done that, if they've achieved their dreams, they're going to be able to, again, celebrate and really being, you know, that exuberant, kind of more fire party kind of sense coming back out. They can take a moment to breathe and kind of come out of this Nine of Swords energy. So, yeah. That's kind of what I'm getting off of this group. I feel like it just depends on how, you know, who is this person you're thinking about. And again, maybe some of these energies are representing your own situation. So apply it how you will. But yeah, if this is a romantic situation, I definitely feel like, you know, this person, they're very worried about your answer and your response to it, because I feel like they do care very deeply. But again, they might not know how to deal with it, because again, they've had some other issues maybe in the past. You know, that Five of Swords. Again, it could be tied to their family. So yes, if this reading resonated for you, please do leave a like on this video. Comment letting me know what you thought about. Did this make sense? Did it resonate in some way to, you know, the situation you were thinking about? Would you like me to do this kind of reading again? This was kind of an experiment. And so I will see you guys in the next one.